Let me start you off with one of these comical favourites that I found, the T-58. Is that the T-29 hull? I'm not too sure, but the front armour, oh. What have they done? They're giving it that funny sloped armour that the Russian like nuke-proof tank has. But then combined with the comically large gun in an oscillating turret. And it seems like they took a leaf out of the French when it came to autoloaders. So weird, you can move the whole turret up and down. I know French oscillating tanks are a thing, it's just so weird seeing an American version. It looks like one of those beasts of a late war Cold tanks when it's sort of like you still have to work with ballistics rather than dealing with chemical rounds. Or you know, like the modern APFDS whatever rounds. Just really thick, really big cannon. 155mm, that's insane. And to be able to, you know, fire around every couple of seconds when the autoloader's ready. Oh my god, look at that. You got like a cylinder at the back there. That is cool. Look, I don't care about the meta when it comes to the game. I care if the toy in my video game looks cool. And I'm going to admit it, this toy actually looks kind of cool. The Americans have got another thing. We've got the Stingray over here. Okay, what have we got here? We kind of got the tanks when the Americans are trying to build the tank of the future. Giving it that sleek, modern, sloped armor. Angled. We've got like composite armors now. Mobility is the armor of the future though. Oh. We don't actually have armor? I was expecting like composites. No. There's no composites. It's just tinfoil. Really? Nothing? That all you're working with is 25mm of armor everywhere and that's it? Oh, we got an M55, another new thing. So we got another howitzer tank with a 203mm cannon. That is comically large. 6 crew members all concentrated in the top of the vehicle. You got the engine blockers armor, but I think if you're getting hit by something, it's not going to tank that much. Yeah, sort of another glass cannon vehicle. You got the spade at the back. I imagine in real life you'd dig that in to reduce recoil. Okay, so traverse is approximately 30 degrees-ish. You don't get full traverse with the turret. 203mm and the rounds weigh 104 kilograms? What? What are they cooking? You're launching bombs. You are launching bombs at people. Why do you need 203mm shells that weigh 100 kilograms? We laughed at the Sturmtiger, yet this thing exists. I love that sound effect as well. I'm going to wait to hear it again, and I won't yap this time over the effect. I'm looking at the tracks, and it's quite interesting. It looks like when I mess around in Sprocket, and I kind of do something wrong. Except this seems to have been done correctly. The runners are all concentrating on like the front 2/3 of the vehicle. But the road wheels are all, you know, spreading the weight of the vehicle underneath. I'm assuming... Alright, the sprocket is in the front, but I'm talking about like the runners for the tracks. There's none in like the back third. I'm presuming the dozer blade at the back is sort of... You're meant to put that down when you fire, maybe? Or not at all? Is it meant to like not put too much stress on the springs by having the road wheels forward? Come on, tell me I'm not the only one noticing this, that you don't normally get the runners not at the back of the vehicle at all. Okay, so we got 3 new American vehicles. Let's check on the helicopters, because they do have one. A new thing, the AH-64E. Can I just get a co-pilot at this point? I am too not smart enough to fly the helicopter and operate the guns. Unfortunately, I can't provide much commentary on the AH-164, why it's different than the AH-64D. Now we got the E. Anyway, for the US, they've got a new ship, Colorado class, 6 406mm dual turrets. Ah yes, I do love going deaf when I play naval. That's not sarcasm, I just love hearing the sounds of multiple large caliber guns firing. They have packed quite a considerable amount of Bofors into this small space. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 12 COD Bofors arrangement. Coastal Fleet. Anything new there? Nope, nothing new for the Americans for the Coastal Fleet. And for the German Army, They've got a Bundeswehr M55, so no need to cover that ground again. And that's it. That's the only land vehicle Germany's getting. Copy-paste. Over to German helicopters, nothing. Aviation, come on, give me my like one World War II vehicle per update, Gaijin. Come on, it's here somewhere, I'll find it. You still drip feed me just the one to keep me alive. Damn, Germany didn't even get a copy-paste. Oh look, we got a BF-109T2! Yo! See, I told you. The devs know, they got a drip feed. The OG player base is like, here's your singular World War II vehicle, and here's like 20 Cold War vehicles. Have fun, don't knock yourself out all in one go. You get 2 cannons in the wings and 2 light machine guns in the nose. Or mounted above the nose. It's like an E3, it's lighter and has bigger wings, so should in theory be able to turn and climb better. Blue Water Fleet. Oh, look at this, the Germans are getting something. It's kind of an interesting design. It looks like the era where the Dreadnought is no longer king. But they still haven't left the era yet. It's all like stretched out the Dreadnought. They still added like, you know, the secondaries integrated into the sides. But like, not as a massive amount as they used to. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I'm just guessing, but I like the way the ship's all been stretched out now. Instead of just being fat and wide, which it still is. Oh look, there's another German vehicle. We got torpedo launchers on the side, and we got a couple of, you know, well, 4 cannons. Almost feels like it's taking a leaf out of the Japanese playbook. You know, just torpedo OP. Put torpedo launchers on your things. Over to the USSR. What have you got for the land army? Okay, we got the BMD 4M2. Yep, they weren't kidding. It's got 3 coaxial. You got the main cannon, which can fire, you know, HE or like rockets. And then you got a 30mm auto cannon, and you got a machine gun. That is a lot of suppressive power. And let's see if it floats. It does. So there you go, new BMD. The Soviets have a new top tier AA. We've got the Berg M3. Comically large radar. Didn't realize we've got the Woodpecker in the game now. So we can track and fire upon 4 different targets. Easy. I'm sure you can manually do it as well if you want to, but I just prefer doing it for the radar screen. It looks so much more cool. Oh, seeing like the AA's tracking targets as well is pretty cool. It's kind of interesting though, the concept of the main vehicle being the radar one, the lead vehicle. And you look at these other vehicles with the rocket pods, they've also got their own radar, which is something like the track radar. Like line of sight track. So they can like look at the target directly and keep a beam on that target. But they don't actively like scan. I hope I got that right. Yeah, new Russian Air. I mean, how much longer until they add the S-300 to the game? Come on. I've been asking for the S-300 for a while now. I was joking most of the time, but I think we're almost there. Any new helicopters? Yes, we got the Mi-35P. Okay, so you look like a Hind D. What makes you so interesting? That is so cool with helicopters, so you can just look at the target, you know, quick select it, and then just fire upon it with a hailstorm of bullets. Russian planes, do they have anything new? Or Soviet planes, I should say. Nope. I don't see any new Soviet planes. No new Blue Water Fleet. And for the Coastal Fleet, anything new? Oh, there is the MPK-33. Looks modernish. If all else fails, we've got the... on the front deck. What is that? Looks like a surface-to-air missile system. Because on the back we got like a, you know, rapid fire twin guns. Okay, let's test if it's anti-air. See, that's the rear mounted, you know, auto fire. But how do I wake up the SAM in the front nose? Ah, I switched to weapon system 2, now I've got control of it. So yeah. Oh wow, look at the SAM go! Oh, that is so cool. Now it's rearmed and it's gonna come back up onto the deck again. That is awesome. But yeah, I just like the animation. It looks very cool, especially the way it covers itself up again when not in use. So if I fire 2 missiles at once, does the previous one still take orders? Yes. As you can see, there's only so much damage they can do to ships, so I definitely see them as anti-plane weapons. Okay, onwards to the British. Do they have anything new in their army? Yes, they've got a ram. Although, I thought the ram was already in the game. Is this a different ram? I used to call it the Play-Doh tank on the account of its weird armor. Kind of interesting seeing how it, with the early Sherman-like thing, they were considering like, yeah, Balkan is stupid. We need like a whole turret. And in the end, we're like, just cut a hole in the armor and stick the machine gun there. It's easier. Sky Sabre BR-12. Looks like a new top-tier SBA. Bloody hell. You know when you want to elevate your radar to get over terrain, the Brits took that very literally. I mean, it is literal, but look, the radar is so tall, I can't fit it on the screen. I can't even see the thing. It's going off my camera. In fact, there's one way I can showcase the radar tip to you. And turn off. There you go, bring it down. Now I can show you the top of the radar. And then we can erect it up again. And off it goes. Some planes like to fly just above tree tops to avoid radar. Well, I guess the Brits just thought, what if you stick the radar above the trees? What are you going to do then? Yeah, when you want to have a peek into your nosy neighbour's garden. Okay, what kind of missile vehicles are we working with here? Even they seem to be packing heaps of, you know, modern electronics. Select the targets. Wham. Bam. And thank you, ma'am. Another nail in the coffin for top tier planes. Does the radar stay erect when driving? Yeah, just stays up the whole time. I can rain down destruction and death while driving. Don't drive on the bridges. Any new British helicopters? Nope. British planes. They got an F-18 late, which is BR-14, so another F-18. They got the CR-18A, so I'm guessing that's the Canadian F-18. Well, there's in the name Canadian, C, and then F-18. And then they just added an A, because they're Canadian. And then we've got another F-18A for the Australians. Got a new British Blue Water Fleet. What are you? You as cute is what you are. What kind of guns you're packing? 4.7 inch. And you get 4 of them. And some depth charges. And some light Bofors guns. We got a HMS Nelson. Wait, the HMS Nelson? This was like in the marketing material for World of Warships for ages. It is! It's HMS Nelson! You got the ship with the 3 turrets in the front instead of, you know, putting them like, you know, 1 in the front, 2 in the back or something. Look, it's such a goofy layout. I mean, it makes sense. Put the firepower in the front. Why do you need some of it in the back? But it looks like in a video game when you're messing around with sliders. And they just moved the entire center of the ship and stuck it at the back. But yeah, we got all the cannons in the front, so we don't need to worry about, other than the rear cannon being blocked by the front two, we don't have to worry about, yeah, trying to get guns on target. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to add HMS Nelson to the game, so this is a pleasant surprise. Also, look at all those auxiliary gunners on the front. I mean, they're losing their hearing if the main cannons fire. But they're at their post. You know, this ship has enough anti-air to make an American proud, I reckon. Any British new coastal fleet? Nay, there is not. Oh, to Japan. Anything for your army? You got the M163 now, apparently. Although it's not for Japan, you know, you can see the country flag there. It's not the M163, it's the M168. But I'm pretty sure it's the M163. They just gave it a new number for some reason. Oh, and as with the other gun, I assume if you go to fire control, change fire rate. So change fire rate to low. And then you change it to high. So we've got some more copy-paste vehicles for Japan, because we've got the M60, we've got the Stingray, which we just saw in the American tech tree. And we've got, oh, what's this? The BM... This looks like Soviet tech. What are they doing with this? It's like a modernized... What, is it a T-90? I'm not that good when it comes to Russian tech. It's not a T-72, but it's like from that family of tank, isn't it? Armored glass. What? I imagine it's got like ERA under there. So yeah, ERA under there. That thing looks like it's wrapped like a burrito. Can I get some more screen shake, please? That wasn't nearly enough screen shake for me. Any new helicopters for Japan? Yes, they're getting the Mi-35, which is just sort of that pimped out hind... yeah, just pimp out Mi-24. Anything new for Japan? Getting an F5. Blue Water Fleet, they're getting... Oh, new ship. What are you packing? It's got depth charges and naval mines. Okay, so at the back of the ship we've got a mortar. And we've got mine laying rails. Oh, this is a fascinating setup. Normally when I see mine layers, the mines are just launched from rails on the ship. But look at the back of the ship. Inside they've put a mine layer rails as well. Inside they've put mine laying rails as well. That is fascinating. I don't know if there are any other ships in War Thunder like this, because there are ships with rail systems on them, but this is the first one I've seen where you've got multiple rails just lined up on like the deck underneath the main deck. Because normally you only have 2 mine rails, you have to launch the mine and then wait for it to sort of the next mine to roll into place before you can deploy it. But because you've got in theory, well not in theory, you have 6 mine laying rails. So you can launch the mines in a very tight spread, making it almost impossible to like just drive through them. There's no way to navigate through them. You can just drop a solid wall of mines because you've got 6 that can be deployed at a time. That is awesome. Unexpected. I like unique mechanisms like this in War Thunder. They're not meta, but it's just kind of interesting to see them in work. Going over Japan's coastal fleet, do they have anything? No. Over to China and to the army, what are they getting? They got the M55, copy and paste, because apparently whenever there's a new artillery vehicle, Gaijin needs everyone in the game to have it now, because why should any country be unique? We got the VT4. Unfortunately, I don't really know much about the VT4. It exists. I like how they gave the machine gun a modern housing, where you can see the old machine gun underneath it. Did the Chinese get any new helicopters? No, they did not. Also, China did not get any new planes. I mean, they got this, but this is just the BE-6, isn't it? I suppose it has a unique camo. But I'm pretty sure this is just the BE-6. What is this pipe for? It looks like an exhaust, but I don't think it is because, you know, those are the engines up there. So what is this for? Doesn't look like the exhaust for an APU. It looks too fat. Is it like a bilge pump? Let's go over back to the USSR BE-6. Yes, I knew it. I knew I didn't remember any sort of hole like that on this one. So why does the Chinese one have a, you know, a unit here, a hole? But this one does not. It's a bit different on the Chinese one though. It looks different, like instead of scooping air forward, it sort of has a vent to go back. I might not know the meta in War Thunder, but I know like the little details on planes from staring at them enough. Over to Italia and the army, did they get anything new? Of course they got the copy-paste M55 because every nation deserves the new toy if one nation gets it. Oh, we got a new top tier AA it appears. Oh, okay. Really rocking the microwave gun. That is a very fun radar type, isn't it? Yeah, it's working to track targets, so that's fine. Looks like a shorter range than the other radars we've looked at. Okay, typical-ish sort of radar vehicle. Packing 8 cells on the back. But yeah, I'm more interested about like the main unit's radar dish is quite funny. Wait, what does it look like when we pack it away? Yes, I knew it! It goes inside! Oh, this is like the Italian toaster. Go gadget transformers. Okay, so it's a sophisticated radar because it shows like, you know, the tracking beam of each missile. But it is sort of shorter range than the other radars because I remember on the other top to AAs, these planes that were all on this first circle, they were like right on top of me. Did Italy get a new helicopter? No, they didn't. Italian aviation, anything new? No, I'm surprised. Not even like a copy-paste F-16 or something. Blue water fleet for the Italians? No. Coastal fleet? They did. What is this little thing? Couple of torpedo tubes. Autocannon on the front. Couple of torps here. Over to France. Did they get anything new for the army? Of course they got the copy-paste T-55. Why? Why does France need it as well? Come on. Let some nations be unique. Oh, and it looks like the French also got a new top tier SBAA. Wow, this is really the depth of jets in top tier, I hope. So they too are also packing the microwave CRT monitor. But with the French twist, I suppose. No, they got the same launch vehicle, so not even really that unique. Any French helicopters? No. French aviation? Yes, they've got a F-16 Block. So is that just a Belgium F-16? Blue Water Fleet? Yes, they've got a new big ship. Okay, new French battleship sort of thing. With a couple of torpedoes just in case. I don't really have much to say other than just, yay, new French ship. Let's check the coastal fleet. Over to the coastal fleet and oh, look at this little guy. He's so cute. Carries 7 torpedoes and a deck gun. Customize, what are you? Why is 7? The French have always got to be weird. Normally torpedoes are in pairs. I see, so they've got a torpedo launcher here and then they've got 6 on the deck. So 1 in the chamber, 6 stored. Is it just a rearward torpedo launcher? No, it's a singular torp launcher. So you can aim it, I think. So it's a torpedo launcher. So it's a torpedo launcher that you can aim roughly 180 degrees from your rear. And I can sort of see the rail system, you know, they'll want the gun to go back, pointing rear. And they'll use the rails to slide the torpedo into position. Next torpedo ready to go. Okay, it's a unique mechanism. I haven't seen something like this yet. Pretty cool. I mean, will it be competitive in-game? Probably not, but I don't care about the meta. I care about how cool things are. They've also got a new premium boat. What are you? Okay, so it's going to be one of those like chunkier ships. Where they've just added some, you know, medium caliber deck guns. Sort of like one of those merchant convoy protection ships. Like the merchant ship outgunned, not really intended for, you know, fighting Scharnhorst. As you can see, even the HE rounds are not enough to kill a PT boat effectively. And yeah, the colour scheme is certainly unique, feels almost hipster, ahead of its time. Over to Sweden, do they have anything for the army? Yes, they've got the CV90105. What kind of armor are we packing? Not much. I thought I was expecting composite underneath, but no. Just no armor. Good gun, I suppose, and angle teeny weeny bit of armor to the best you can. Very long 105 though. Any new helicopters for the Swedes? No. Aviation, Mosquito. Oh, this was what I was thinking of. So the Mosquitoes that got added, it's just that the Swedes got them. Anything else? No, just the Mosquitoes. Swedish helicopters, nothing new there. Okay, over to Israel. Anything new for their army? Nope, nothing new for the Israeli army. Any new helicopters? Nope. Aviation. They got a new F-16. And there it is, a new Israeli F-16. I'm sure it's got lots of toys, gadgets and gizmos, but I don't pretend to know much about them, to be honest. Focke-Wulf 190 F8. Customization, secondary weapons, what are we looking at? Oh! Oh! Mom, get the camera! They did it! Gaijin added the X4 to the game. It only took them forever, but they did it! Yes! Yes! They did it! Look, it's the primitive, like, first air-to-air missile used in, like, combat. I'm assuming it's going to be guided by, arrow keys, so it's going to be really difficult to use, but there it is! Wait, they're modeled as IR missiles, so check this out. 60 kilograms mass, guidance... IR? No, that's not right. It's like radio-controlled arrow... It will be an arrow key one. It's garbage. Why did the Gaijin give it the IR missile strat? Why did they give it IR stats? There's no IR. I mean, if they do add it to the game with these stats, I will be over the moon, but I think it's going to be like the Oko or whatever, you know, like you fire it and then you'll use the arrow keys to guide it in the air. It did not have a heat-seeking warhead. It was pilot controlled. It had like a little, what's it called? That had a little controller and you just kind of controlled the missile as it went along. You know, up, down, left, right, that sort of thing. Analog stick? Yeah, one of those. Is it proximity detonated or pilot? That is an excellent question. Was the X4 proximity or pilot detonated? Because like weapon systems like the Fritz X, that was, you know, just contact, I presume. Awesome. Thank you, Gaijin, for adding the X4. I was saying about Gaijin drip feeding me a single World War II vehicle every update. But Gaijin gave me two. They gave me a new 109 and they gave me a new missile. Secret German Wanderwaffe missile. So, what is your favorite vehicle in the upcoming War Thunder update? Let me know in the comments down below.